Good morning. Well, this is one of those mornings where I think I must be from the photographic school of wishful thinking. We might get a little bit of rosiness here and there, but I don't think we're going to get big splashes of colour, unfortunately. I really hope I'm going to be proven wrong, but there you go. I will get all my stuff together and I'll see you on the beach.
Without me, there is no light. An endless cycle of ages gone. I have sustained you. Without me, all is dust. Through fire and fury of molten rock, to the solid emptiness of quiet.
Okay, so this is quite a nice composition. It's a classic one really, but I've got further back than some of the images that I've seen previously here, with some of these rocks just down by the sea there in the foreground. I've just about got space here to get really right back. So that's what I've done. So we just about balance the exposure here so that we're not clipping the shadows and we're not blowing out the highlights. So that's quite nice. But I do need to focus stack. So I'm just going to do that quickly. Foreground, mids, and distance. So that looks pretty good. I think that'll do it. I don't think that will need to be bracketed at all. I think I'll be able to use that, but I'll focus bracket, but I don't think I need the exposure bracket. All I need now is a little bit of colour. So we've got some promise. There is a reasonably clear sky over there. And the time is now 5:02. Sunrise is in about 15 minutes. It's going to be close. This bank of cloud up here is scudding across fairly quickly, and it might just block things off in another 15 minutes. If it doesn't, then all of this cloud here might well get lit up. Well, this is just frustratingly close. It's so close to being a really nice sunrise rather. It is 3 minutes past 5 and we've just got this hint of colour up there. And it could just be so much better. Just with a little bit of break in the cloud over this way, a little bit more further inland, and we would be lighting that up. And it's just not yet happening. This isn't one of those occasions where you wait for hours just for the right light. It's a short window of time. Either in the next 10 to 15 minutes it's going to light up that cloud, or it's not. And it could happen quite suddenly. I do remember a morning on Dartmoor, I might show you the pictures, where it was a good 10-15 minutes after dawn, and I decided, a bit like today, it just wasn't going to happen. And I was packing my gear up, and then suddenly the sky just lit up. It absolutely lit up. It was on fire. Never seen a sunrise like it. And I although I got some shots, I kind of regretted that moment because I really hadn't worked out the right composition, and if I'd not then ended up in a rush getting my stuff back out again, I really could have got a much better composition. And particularly, I could have got myself in the shot to give a sense of scale of the rocks in the foreground, the tors in the foreground, and it's kind of missing that. But nevertheless, I'm not going to make that mistake again today. I'm going to sit it out and we'll see what happens with these clouds. And it might be I just end up sitting here for no good reason. Or it might be I get a real winner. I'd like to get a shot or two here without the waves being blurred, so I am going to change my ISO up just for a shot or two to 400. And we're going to take the exposure down to 1/10 of a second and wait for the right waves. Unfortunately, the colour is fading. It is fading. It is now officially dawn. Let's show you what's happening. Okay, so we are getting a little bit of colour up here now, which is quite encouraging. Let's just show you that a little better. This could happen. This could happen. I might have to switch out to my wide angle lens. Okay, we've definitely got colour in the sky now. This is great. Very happy with this. Just need to make sure I make the most of it. So I've switched out to my 20mm lens. I'm doing some focus bracketing as well. And as well as, I think, probably going to do a little bit of exposure bracketing. So now's the time for me to just concentrate on shooting.
I am beside you. I am before you. I am in you.
Okay, here we are. It is 20 past 5, and that's about 10 minutes after sunrise. And as you can see, that was a very brief period of colour. It's not a lot of colour. Hopefully I've got something. There just isn't time in these situations to do a lot of different compositions, so hopefully the one that I went for is okay. Something I didn't mention earlier, I was careful when I came down here to walk along the top of the shingle bank up here rather than along the beach, which meant that because it's so early in the morning, what we don't have, fortunately, is a whole load of footprints in the sand. We've got this nice tidal line of seaweed going along the shoreline here. But what we don't have is a nasty footprints in the sand. So we've got nice clean sand, which is great. So it's not a classic, it's not an all-time classic, but I think we've got a little bit of colour and hopefully enough to have justified coming out for a little while.
I am the water of life. I am the water of life.
So I'm thinking that while I'm here, I might as well do a really long exposure. I've got my filter kit with me, the square filter kit for this one, and so I'm going to pop that on the wide angle there, and we'll probably get about maybe a 4-minute shot, something like that. Give us something a little bit of a minimalist look this morning. what I hadn't appreciated earlier, which I can see now that it's getting lighter, is just how much rockfall there has been on these cliffs. And certainly you can see a little bit here, but I'll get the long lens out on the camera on the Z7 II in a minute. But up here, along the further along the beach there, towards Burton Bradstock, definitely been a lot of rockfall. I can see several big falls at the foot of the cliffs there, because it's been really stormy this last 2 or 3 days, and so there's a lot of very fresh erosion of the cliffs there. I've got to say, I'm really pleased with this long exposure here. I did a 5-minute one, unfortunately did overexpose a bit. This one is 120 seconds, and I've got to say, it looks rather nice. Very pleased with that. So if that's any good, here's the shot. Now, a little earlier when I was shooting, I did for a while change the ISO up to as high as 800, in fact, to try and get some sharper shots of some of the waves as they were coming in, because I didn't want every shot to just be blurry wave action. And what you do lose then, of course, is a little bit of contrast when you raise the ISO up that high. So I've pegged it back on the later shots to lower ISO. I've tried various different levels, and I'm now right back to ISO 64, and a long exposure. I've got my 10 stop and my 3 stop square 100mm ND filters on there, and currently doing a 240-second exposure. So that's taken a little bit more setting up, and if that shot's any good, here is the shot. Yeah, so sadly that was really blown out. I'm going to have to try again at 120 seconds, because what happened during that shot is that the sun just came above the horizon here, sufficient to clip the tops of the waves here and really brighten up this part of the sky. And so that happened during that 4-minute period. Waves again closer and closer to me here. So that one blew out, and I might just take one more composition along the line of the seaweed here, so move up the beach a bit out of the way of these waves, and then I think I'm probably done for today.
I am before you. I am in you. I am for you. I am the water of life. I am the water of life. I am the water of life. I am. Without me, all is dirt. Through time's long march.
Now, there is always something just as you are leaving, and today is no exception. You think you've done it all, and you get to pack up, and there's a little piece of, well, I would call it driftwood. It's more small branch here on the beach, and the waves were just lapping up to it and occasionally coming under it, but they weren't moving it. And I thought that would make a nice little bit of foreground interest, so I've done a shot with that. It was, as I was setting up, just catching the sunlight from the left here. Unfortunately, the cloud came in, and so that's pretty much the end of the light now. But there you go. I rather like that shot. It looks really nice on camera. Hopefully it's going to look nice when I get it back. But because the tide is coming in, there's no more opportunity to do that. So we'll see in a minute. Some of these waves now, that one didn't quite make it, but some of them are coming up past this branch, and that means risking getting my camera gear wet, because I have to be really, really low down to the sand for that one. It looks nice. It's been a lovely morning.
I am in you. I am for you. I am the one.
So for the second time, I'm going to finish up this little video, and thank you again for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye for now.